The tablet has been on for 30 minutes. Your kid is quiet, focused, completely locked in. And then you ask them to turn it off. And within seconds, the whole thing falls apart. Screaming, crying, collapsing on the floor, and a "just 5 more minutes" that turns into a 20-minute standoff. If this happens at your house most days, I want you to hear something before we go any further. Your child is not being manipulative, and you are not doing anything wrong. Ending screen time is genuinely one of the hardest transitions for young kids. And there is a specific reason it goes sideways, and a simple routine that makes it a lot calmer. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why screens cause such a big reaction when they end, what the most common mistake is that makes things worse, and a step-by-step approach you can start using this week. Let's start with what's actually happening in your child's brain. A screen is bright, fast.
Every few seconds, something new appears. A sound, a color, a mini win. Your child's brain locks onto that pace and feels really good inside it. So when you suddenly ask them to stop, it's like pulling them out of a fast-moving current. They're not transitioning from something calm to something calm. They're leaving something intense and landing in a world that, by comparison, feels slow and boring. That doesn't make them spoiled, it makes them young. The part of their brain that feels frustration and disappointment is fully awake. The part that helps them slow down, let go, and regulate is still under construction. So the no isn't a personal attack. It's a small brain that genuinely doesn't know how to stop yet. Now, the most common mistake. Almost every parent makes one of two versions, and both are completely understandable. Version 1, the warning from across the room. From the kitchen, without stopping what you're doing, while your child stays glued to the screen. For their brain, those words blend right into background noise. They don't really land. And when you finally turn it off, it feels like a complete surprise. Version 2, the sudden cutoff. You take the device out of their hands with no warning, no connection, no transition. To your child, it feels like the world just ended without notice. The reaction is immediate and enormous. Both versions have the same root problem. The ending wasn't prepared. And here is the single most important idea in this whole video. The ending needs to be set up before it arrives, not managed after things have already exploded. So let's talk about what actually works. These are concrete steps, and they're most effective when you use them together. Step 1. Say the plan before the screen turns on. Before you hand over the tablet,
you can watch 2 episodes, and when the second one ends, the tablet takes a break. A limit that a child knows from the beginning is much easier to accept than one that shows up as a surprise at the end. Step 2. Give them a concrete endpoint, not an open-ended window. A little while doesn't mean anything to a young child. Give them something they can see and understand. 2 episodes, 1 show, when the timer goes off. A clear stopping point is far easier to prepare for than one that feels open or arbitrary. Step 3. Use one endpoint, not a series of warnings. Don't count down 5 times over 20 minutes. One short heads up when you're about 2 minutes out, and then the real ending. If every day the finish line keeps moving, your child learns that the limit is negotiable, and they will negotiate harder every single time. Step 4. This one changes everything. Be there for the walk over, sit down next to your child, watch the screen with them for a moment. Oh, looks like it's almost done. When you are physically present in the transition, your child doesn't feel like something is being taken away. They feel like someone is with them while it ends. Step 5. Name the feeling. I know you wanted to keep going. It's hard to stop when you're really enjoying something. You are not giving in by saying this. You are showing your child that you understand, and a child who feels understood puts up a lot less of a fight. Step 6. Hold the limit with fewer words. Once you've named the feeling, don't launch into a lecture. The tablet is taking a break. We'll come back to it tomorrow. Short, warm, and firm. The more you explain in that moment, the more material you give them to argue with. Step 7. Offer the next thing for their body. Your child needs somewhere to go after the screen ends. First, we turn it a next step. Shoes, a bath, drawing, heading outside, coming to help you. Gives their body somewhere to land instead of leaving them stranded in the empty space that screens leave behind. And step 8. Don't reopen the negotiation once you've set the limit. If you said it's done and then you give in when they cry, you've just taught them that crying gets the screen back on. You can be warm and firm at the same time. I hear you. It's done for now. Tomorrow we'll do it again. Here's what all of this looks like put together. Say it's tablet time before dinner. Before you hand it over, you say the plan. One show, and when it ends, you eat. When you're getting close, you walk over and sit beside your child. Almost done. The show ends. You name what they're feeling. I know you wanted more. You hold the limit calmly. Tablet's resting now. Come with me. And you offer the next step. First, we turn it off. Your child might still protest, especially the first few times. But the transition has a shape now, and shapes get easier to follow. Before we wrap up, watch out for 4 easy traps. The first, repeated 5 more minutes that teach your child the end is never real. The second, grabbing the device with no connection and no warning. The third, giving a long explanation about screen time right in the middle of the meltdown. Their brain cannot take that in right now. And the fourth, using screen time as a threat or a reward all day long, because that turns the tablet into the biggest deal in the house and raises the stakes every single time it ends. And one honest note about what success actually looks like. The goal is not a child who never complains when the tablet turns off. Some protest is normal, and that's okay. The goal is a transition that gets more predictable. Every time you do it the same way, with calm and consistency, your child learns a little more about how this ending goes. And little by little, it stops feeling like a war. If this was helpful, subscribe for more calm, practical parenting ideas. No guilt, no panic, just small, realistic steps that actually work. See you